Welcome back, students. This is part 2 of this today's lecture. Let us now continue our program 2.2. Write a program to create dictionary containing names of competition winners scheduled as key and number of their wins. Okay, so we should write the name of the student, then we'll write how many times he has won. Okay, so firstly we'll input how many students we want to enter. So for that we need a variable n, so that we may continue this particular task n number of times. So I have created an empty dictionary. How empty? Because two curly brackets without any value. So I have created an empty dictionary first. Then for loop we have started. A will refer to there's these n students, fine, one by one. Okay, if you'll say 5, so a will be 1, it will be 0 1 2 3 4 5, 4 up to 4 it will go to count for 5 times. Now key, firstly you'll enter the key because dictionary is empty, we are going to create it, so we will enter key as well as we will enter values also. So key you will enter with the help of this input function, that will be the name of the students. And value, how to refer the value whatever you will be entering using this input function will be in correspondence to that particular key. Okay, so you will enter key as well as value, and whatever value you will be giving it will be assigned in correspondence to that particular key. इसी key के लिए ये value होगी. Fine, so this was name of the empty dictionary, comp winners, key, like whatever key you have given here, in correspondence to that this value will be assigned. Fine, so whatever values you have stored, see if you have stored for 5 students, this loop will work for 5 times. Okay, then after that we are going to print it. Then the dictionary is now print. You have given the cop winner, competition winners, this dictionary will be printed out. Let me show the output of it. How many students you have written 5, so this loop will work for 5 times. Name of the student is Nava 1. Then how many competition he has won? 5 times. Then second student, number of competitions. Third student, number of competition won. Fourth, number of competitions. Fifth student, number of competitions won. And finally we have printed all the contents of the dictionary, so you will get this. Fine, next is deleting elements from a dictionary. Okay, how to delete? For that we will use a del function. Okay, del, then dictionary name you need to write. Okay, and the key you will give, and that particular key value pair will be deleted. Actually there are two methods to delete a value from the dictionary. First is your delete, del function, or we can use this pop function. Okay, so there are differences in these two, I'll let you know by the end of this topic. Okay, so first is del. So how it will work? Firstly you have created, see, EMPL3, this is a dictionary, and it consists of these key value pairs. Three key value pairs are there. Salary is 10,000, age is 24, name is John. Okay, so if we want to delete age key value pair we want to delete, so we just write del EMPL, name of the dictionary, and then the key we will write, and this particular key value pair will be deleted. See output again. Okay, now next is, if you are giving key which is actually not existing inside this key value pair or in dictionary, then it will give you error, key value error. Fine, next, how to use this pop method to delete elements? So for that we will use pop. Instead of del we will use pop. See, firstly you will print this dictionary, employee dictionary we have constituted already, we have made it. So values, 3 values again it has. Salary 10,000, age 24, name John. Now how to use it? Name of the dictionary dot the pop function. Inside the pop function we will give the index. Compare this line with this line. Wait, we have to compare this particular line. This particular line you need to compare how they are writing it with this line. Where is the pop function? This. Can you observe for what is the difference? First we'll write del, then we'll write the name of the dictionary. Within this square brackets we'll write the index. Here what we are doing, we are just first writing the name of the dictionary, then dot pop, and within this square brackets, here we were using square brackets, here we are using round brackets. So these are the differences. How to write? Firstly del is to be written, then dictionary name is to be written, then this within the square brackets key is to be written. Here what we are doing, here we were not using any dot operator, here we are using dot operator inside it. Employee dot pop, and inside we are referring the key. Okay, so we'll get this output because pop will delete this age. Okay, and one more thing is to be noted down, that this pop function always returns the value. It returns the value. You are not getting any deleted value after this step. You need to write it again, and but this step will always give you some value in return. So pop age, whatever age was there, 24 is to be returned. So it returns something but it doesn't return something. The representation differences, there are two differences I told you. Okay, next, let me go back. Next is, again if you are referring to pop with a index which is not existing inside, so it will give you an error, as it was in case of del. Okay, so next important difference that you must note down, that this pop function allows you to specify what is to be displayed when the given key does not exist. Means if the key is not existing, you can write something that will get printed if it is not existing. So del function is not offering you this facility, this pop function is offering you facility. Employee dot pop new, by chance if this key is not a part of the dictionary employee, then it will give you output not found. Okay, so if it exists, it will give you that value, like age 24. Age key was having value 24. On previous page you can check again. Since age is having value 24, so we were not giving any. If it is not existing, then what should be printed? So if it is printed, if it is having an existence inside this dictionary, that will give it 24. If it doesn't have any existence, it will give you error. But if you want to avoid error, then you should give text like this. So if it will not exist, it will give not found, so no error will be there. So this is a way to avoid errors if particular key is not a part of the given dictionary. I hope it is clear. Next topic is checking for existence of a key. Okay, if you want to check whether a particular key exists inside the dictionary or not, for that we can use these two membership operators which we have already used in tuples, lists, etc. Now key in dictionary, in and not in, these are two operators. In will work. In means if particular key you are searching is a part of it, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Not in means if the given key is not a part of the dictionary you have supplied, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. In will return if it is found, then it will return true, otherwise false. Not in, if not a part, then it will return true, otherwise false. Okay, now this is the dictionary EMP1, EMPL employee dictionary. So there are three key value pairs. Age in employee function, employee dictionary. So age is a part. Age, it is searching for key, mind it very well, it is not searching for the values. If you will give value, like in second, and we have given value John in employee, it will search only for the keys, it is the key value, so it will return false. If you say John not in, not in, why not in? Because it is not any of the key, it is the value, है ना, value तो it is not searching. Okay, age not in employee, although you can see age is here, but it is checking not in, no, it is there, so it will become false. Okay, let me discuss dictionary functions and methods in next part of this same lecture. Thank you.